Hey everybody, welcome to Unfollowed. My name is Josh, and today we're talking about a creator called Noah Beck, who I had no idea who he was until like 8 minutes ago. Some big scandals have broken out inside this family, and now people are taking a look back to see the problems, and that's what happens when you sort of get canceled. Now, I don't think Noah Beck's going to get canceled, but this is definitely going to sideline his career a little bit. Like, let's be real. It gets a little bit crazy and way too spicy, so let's take a look at it. Okay, since I don't know who Noah Beck is, I've had Grok do a little rundown for me, okay? Noah Beck is born May 4th, 2001 in Peoria, Arizona, is a 25-year-old American social media influencer. He has like 33 million subscribers on TikTok. Like, he's a big deal. I've never heard of, like, this is the thing about influencer culture. There's people that you're in their circles, you got to understand who they are. I have never even heard of this dude before, okay? But he's just a thirst talker. He makes thirst traps for soccer moms. That's what he is. And he's a former college soccer player, and he has massive followings at nearly 8 million on Instagram, 33 on TikTok, and 1.5 on YouTube. Beck was a midfielder in the University of Portland's NCAA Division 1 men's soccer team, so he's a high-level Division 1 soccer player, but dropped out after 2 semesters to pursue social media full-time. During COVID quarantine, I mean, he probably makes more money than any soccer player in America, or not anywhere, but like, I know soccer players make a lot of money, but he makes more doing this than he would be a pro soccer player. So in early 2020, during quarantine, he was 18 or 19. His sister, Tatum, who will come up here in a minute, introduced him to TikTok. His first post, lip syncs, dances, and skits to popular audio went viral almost immediately, gaining tens of thousands of followers overnight, again, with soccer thirsty moms. Okay. A few months later, in June 2020, he joined the influencer content house Sway House in Los Angeles, which supercharged his visibility. TikTok named him one of the top 10 breakout creators of 2020. His content mix of shirtless dances, comedy, lifestyle, and relatable humor, often with his athletic build front and center. So he's showing off his tits and his abs, and that's what the women like, especially among young female fans. His high-profile collabs, a relationship with fellow influencer Dixie D'Amelio, who I know who that is, connected to, what's his name? Pervert photographer guy, Jordan Matter. I know her from his stuff. And appearances at Fashion Week's, Paris Fashion Week front rows and blah, 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 events like cons, all that shit. He later expanded into acting, the Sidelined series, in an upcoming Baywatch reboot. Are they really rebooting Baywatch? Stop. He models, and he launched his own underwear brand in 2023. He's also done reality television. Noah Beck tries things in podcasting. Of course, everybody does podcasting, right? Because podcasting is very lucrative, by the way. So this is what's happened, though, recently. And so a lot of people are like, what's going on? This video resurfaced of Noah and his mom doing a trend, which we've seen a bunch of influencers do this trend, where they, and people doing it with like kids with special needs and everything else. This trend was, I can't believe this was a thing, but this was a trend where you're pretending someone is giving you head by putting your hand on their head and bring them down while they sing the other song. So here's the video. Like, this is his mother. La-di-da-di-da, schlob on my knob. That's his mother making that video. Ew. Like, I'm sorry, there's just some trends you don't have to do, especially with your mother. This is Trisha Paytas activities. Okay, this is disgusting. And again, there was nobody who had a problem with this before. Looked like he was in his 18 or 19. He got way bigger after this. But now people are digging up old things because people didn't know who he was. There's a lot of people who don't know who he is. Okay? But when shit hits the fan in a creator's world, then people start digging. And apparently his mother has been, I don't know if she's back from Lee, but she works as a school board director or something like that and was removed from it. Like, look at this. Noah Beck's mom. Check this out.
Headline from People magazine. And I thought, you know what? There must be some misunderstanding, because how could that even be true? This must be blown out of proportion, right? So I came on good old TikTok and I looked this video up. You should do the same so you can form your own opinion.
We just saw it.
And I was flabbergasted at what I saw.
Yeah, don't do a video holding your mom's head down your crotch and say slob on my knob. I mean, who needs to hear this? Why do we not know this? That's weird, right? Like, that's disgusting, right? Because again, as you'll find out in a second, the sister is a full-blown pedophile. So what's going on in this family, right? Noah Beck is being very silent on this. We'll get to that in a second, why he's doing that. Obviously, it's the smartest thing to do. But, like, this is a family possibly full of pedophiles. So, yucky.
Absolutely astounded at what this mother did. And there was a moment where I was like, maybe she didn't realize what was going on.
She knew.
No. You know what's going on there.
Mm-hmm.
And why on earth, as a mother, would you do that video
right
at all?
And also has a pedophile daughter? That's a connection we should explore.
Especially with your son. And I'm a mother of 2 boys. And I like my TikTok. You guys know that. But there is no way
we can tell you like your TikTok. The lip filler.
would do that. So I don't know what sort of excuse or story she's going to come up with to justify this. But no, ma'am. That is not acceptable. Not even in the slightest.
Here's the thing. The internet's divided. And TikTok is always a cesspool of bad opinions and very, very dumb takes in the comment sections. And like this. Y'all just looking for anything. What do you mean, looking? Of course we are. The sister's been literally, might go to prison for like 75 years for being a P3DO. So yeah, we're looking. We want to see connections now. What do you mean? Yeah? So? Why do you care? Do you not want people to look for pedophiles on the internet? What's your problem? They recreate a trend that didn't mean whatever you're thinking about. The words of the song and the trend are literally slob on my knob. I don't know what else. Just because it's a trend about pretend giving head. That's the trend. It's not something that's innocent. It's literally a trend pretending giving head with the word slob on my knob. There's no other way to take it. There's just because it's a trend doesn't like, well, it's a trend. So you don't have to do every trend. There were kids eating Tide Pods a couple years ago. Did you do the trend? Just a lot of people singing the audio the same way they are doing it. Stop taking things out of context. You're stupid and you should feel ashamed of how dumb you are. Did those people make it with their mom, who's a teacher as well? I don't see why it's so terrible other than the ending. Well, there you go. I don't see why it's so terrible except for this reason why I'm telling you why I think it's terrible, which is the ending, the slap on the knob part. So why did you even say the words, I don't see why it's so terrible, except for why it's so terrible? Do you hear you? Like, TikTok should be banned from planet Earth. TikTok is full of the stupidest effing morons that exist on planet Earth, and I hate it here. So here it is. Noah Beck's mom put on leave by school district after video research of her simulating oral sex with son. Now, I've seen some comments saying that she's been reinstated now, but yeah, with the daughter being a P3DO, I think she shouldn't be around kids either. That's it, you know? And a lot of people are like, what are these comments? What the hell are these comments? Please tell me my English is still bad and I heavily misunderstood that. You didn't misunderstand anything. That's exactly what happened. She may not have actually did it, but that's beyond disturbing with your child. You don't do this with your child. This is disgusting. Okay, it's disgusting. I lost my English understanding today with what that means. Some people don't think this is a real sentence, but it is a real sentence. I've suddenly lost the ability to read what does this post say. What are these comments? Comment section ran out of words. Again, this is my first foray into Noah Beck, and Noah Beck is just a thirst talker, obviously, who makes millions of dollars being a thirst talker. 33 million followers on here, and he has never addressed it. He just does his skincare routines. That's not complicated, baby. We can both be like water. Like, bro, your whole family's gonna be in prison for P3DO-ism soon, and like, you're just like, here, let's walk through the flowers. And so, like, I don't know. I feel bad for Noah. He's worked hard for where he's at. Separate the two. No, you don't get to. That's the thing. If you're gonna be on social media and your family's gonna be a big part of it, yeah, it's gonna come back to haunt you. Now, Noah's the one who probably convinced his mother to do the video slobbing on the knob. So there's something wrong with this guy. Like, let's be real. That's creepy. Everyone in these comments are wild. What about holding people accountable? Right? For what? It has nothing to do with other people's actions. Literally, the actions are him doing videos. They're discussing videos with the mom. And the reason this makes that people are connecting this video to the other stuff is because of Noah Beck's sister. Noah Beck's mom put on leave by school district after video resurfaces of simulated oral sex with son. Which we just saw. I thought this was going to be with the sister. Hold on. It's not even funny or entertaining. What were they? Why, if they weren't related? And then the sister, which we got to look into here. So Haley Beck is his sister, and this is on Reddit 26 days ago. LA influencer snark and text between Haley Beck's Noah sister and the student. Now, apparently, the student that did this completely disrespects her, but she's had a relationship with the student, has been holding it over her head because he knows it's illegal. And has been treating her like garbage, which she deserves, by the way. The Beck family, parents Amy and Tim, both are educators. So there's a lot of people around, a lot of kids all the time. Siblings Haley, 27, Tatum, 26, and Noah has been hit by back-to-back controversies in the Pura Unified School District in Arizona. Sister Haley Beck, in early April 2026, last month, the high school sociology teacher at Centennial High School was fired after a district investigation concluded she groomed a male student, allegedly starting while he was a minor. Police report and text over 400 messages from mid-2025 allegedly show she exchanged explicit content with him, paid him $630 via Apple Pay, offered oral S, and bought him alcohol and tequila, gave him gifts, drugs, let him use her car, and did his homework, boosted his grades. One message reportedly called herself as the sugar mama and said the arrangement felt like straight prostitution. She and another teacher, Angela Berlacca, were accused of involvement with the same student. This student is banging teachers. Haley's lawyer insists she's innocent and that full review will clear her. I don't think so, because we're going to look at the text messages in a second. The case is still under criminal review by the Maricopa County Attorney Office for possible pandering prostitution-related charges. She has not been arrested. Which is crazy, because reverse the roles. How many times have I said that on my channels? Reverse these roles. If this was a male teacher who did this, he would be already in prison. Already dead, probably. Okay, so why isn't she being charged? Because here are the text messages. Haley, but then said, ew, freak, Haley. If my shit was weak, then what's the point even? Cry me a river. They don't name the student, obviously. Haley, when are you going to come home to visit then? Nah, no need for me to cry. I'll just suck your D and you can shut the F up about it. This is a teacher speaking to a minor. This is absolutely disgusting. She's a P3DO. She's a predator, and she's not been arrested. That's a man. Imagine a man said that to a woman, a female student. Oh, shut up and cry about it. Let me just do sexual things to you. And like, again, he would be in jail. Why is this? I don't understand. Because Noah is substantially wealthy and is likely paying for a very high-priced lawyer for his sister, because it's in his best interest to make sure this all goes away so he can continue on the internet. Now, he could continue on no matter what. It's not his fault that his sister did this. But like, if he is enabling this behavior by paying for high-priced lawyers for his mom and his sister, that's a little bit gross. If your sister is a P3DO, let her face the consequences of being that. Don't support her. That's really stupid. In a group with Berlacca for our meeting, feels so wrong. Laughed at feels so wrong. Haley, what was the pic you sent me over Snap? Like, what did it say? And he says, I don't know. I thought I saved it, but I guess not, so never mind. These messages, Haley and discuss Haley's weight, then was a sophomore. The message also progresses talking about Mrs. B, a 50-year-old. Funny, why? Oh, let me guess, it was a beluga in the first few. Bro, my sophomore year, you were 1 billion% overweight, and now. This guy, again, I don't understand this relationship. He abuses her and she like takes it. And now you look fire. Like, oh, let me guess, it was a beluga in the first few. Man, that ain't right. Haley, yeah, but you still effed with me then. Like, as a person. Negative. You were a cool teacher. Haley, is my one this year good then, and my current teacher, or better at least? You're telling me you wouldn't have tried with me back then, but solely because of the teacher aspect? No, not at all. Because it wouldn't have been like, she's not even a flex. This is absolutely a teenager talking right now. She's rough. Right. I was just cool. Like, right? I was, oh my God. All right, be nice. Same way I think about Miss B. If she was a little bit more fit, I would have died in that pee. I'll see. That's, wow. Bro, she's almost 50 though. Yeah, but she's too damn big for me right now. Age is just a number, baby. She's starving for that young D. Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, I guess, but even though our situation's still not right, at least we are closer in age. I don't like being compared to Mrs. B. I don't know why they put that. Liked the messages. Now, 100%, a tad more normalized. Like, if I'm 25 and you're 33, who cares? But if I'm 25 and she's 55, holy gilf. Reached 12, reacted. Luckily, I haven't cracked her yet. Right? So it sounds way more normal, like an older woman. She's just jealous of this student. It's crazy. I can't even look at her without thinking of her literal vagina. This is... wow. I'm glad you still refer to me as your sugar mama. I thought my services were being retired. Yep, lifelong side piece, he says. Lifelong 12. I'm going to get sick of side piece eventually. I need an upgraded title. 8 hours of meetings today. I'm actually going to kill myself. Well, that's not my decision. You're the old lady here. If you seek a relationship your age, I can't be anything other than your side piece. You're playing with fire, not me. You think I'll still F with even when I'm in a relationship? 100% dick to fi, he says. I was going to ask if you still F with if you're... What is she... She doesn't even understand what she's saying. But you literally did. This is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I've been locked in a relationship, but technically I am, so I guess you can say that. What? I don't even understand what's going on in his messages. In this next series of messages, Haley and I are discussing meeting. Prior to these messages, complains about his water pressure and said he has to share it with his roommate. Asked Haley if they were going to repeat their plans from last night before based on the message. Implies they had met for sex. This occurred on 07/29 at 7:51. Haley, your roomie want you in the action too? I'm kidding. Wow, you really are just a bucket. Like you would dead do TS, I feel like. I don't know what this means. I'm dumb. You're insane. A bucket? Bro, he could very well be a minor and I would never do this for a stranger. Haley sends a screenshot of the lyrics to the caption, forget teenage dream, this is my new song to you. She's a P3DO right here. 100%. Obviously she is. Just look how she's talking to the student. Again, reverse the roles. You would call a man who did this with a teenage girl a P3DO as well. Why are you thanking me? It's making me seem like you're done with me. Nah, I'm just no finna be as available because I'm gone. Sent Apple Cash. Yeah, I know this, but still available over text and call, you know. I'll see you this weekend when you're available for our temporary last hurrah. Holy crapola. Yeah, but not regularly. When I come home, I'm coming to beat them cheeks up, she says. That's where I got them impressions. That's funny. Yeah, now, like, I know you have stuff to do and people to see, but don't forget about your sugar mama. Like, again, what's confusing about this? That's a P3DO right there. Wait, so this is disturbing. Why did this bitch risk her entire career and reputation for a child who was telling her she was busted? This is crazy. She continued texting me after the police were involved too. Okay, this is crazy. If someone turned 18 on this date, what year were they born? Next, I searched the conversation which were under the same production file. The following is what I discovered. Messaging with. First, look for messages with. There were. Haley, like, what am I supposed to do about this right now? If I don't provide later, then you can call me lame. Deal? I'm kind of freaking about that message. Delete everything about me in your phone. Probably. Is what she's telling him to delete the messages. And then this. Delete everything about me in your phone. I don't think it's about you, though. I think it's about Miss B and some shit. And they're trying to get me for questioning. Everything has been deleted. You do the same. But again, right there, she's breaking the law. This is what Della Vlog's mom went to prison for, by the way, or got charged for. She was protecting and deleting messages of her P3DO. But let me know what it's about. I'm nervous. I have no clue. I think she just got caught up with some other kid. So this other teacher was... what's with all these P3DO female teachers these days? It's becoming an epidemic, actually. It's crazy. Very, very much crazy. And they said my name got brought up. Haley, I have something to give you also. Okay, as long as it's about her. I'm leaving right now. To go where? Dago. I don't know what Dago is. But just got an email about South San Diego. Maybe he's going to Dago. Berlaca. Wait, you're going to Cali now? Nah, just not trying to create any new situation. You see it DS in front of our face. I don't know what TS means. Just wanting to be updated about your stuff, really. Yeah, this is just you and me thing, though. That's not that it's right, but others were involved with her, so no need to get automatically standoffish to me, though, and you're not at something anymore, so good luck in Cali. Don't be a stranger. Never send me that email again, real quick. Never. Send me that email again, real quick. Who are you showing it to? My dad. Did you tell him police contacted you? He knows, goofball. They showed up at my door banging at 6 a.m. the first day of school and effed up every plan we had to go there. Didn't get to talk to any coaches or any people, anyone. Again, this kid is the victim here. Don't forget that. He is kind of a douchebag, but he's the victim. They came to your house? I gotta go. Delete this shit. You're being weird, but okay. You're being an idiot. There isn't any investigation going on in front of your face. Bro, for the videos of Berlaca, because other kids. You're on your way to Cali and this over Snap? Like, tell me if it's about something else, please. What is the name of your school? Haley, okay, not gonna lie. I feel the need to text you because I feel like I'm out of the loop with your stuff and I don't know what these words mean. Want you're hiding from me, especially if it has a little to do with me. Your sudden decision to leave kind of today made me feel a little nervous, and I feel like you haven't told me if I didn't ask. The last thing I want to do is overwhelm you and stress you out because I'm sure your day yesterday has been hard enough, but you can talk to me on... Oh my God, it's so boring. While searching Haley's messages, I came across a series of audio messages with the user who was later identified as and was able to identify by open source investigative techniques and viewed a social media pro. So this is... He at 17 had more effing brains to know how stupid she was for texting him while the cops were interrogating him. He had to flee the state to get her to acknowledge how serious this was. She trusted high school students to keep her secret. I want to square up with her just for being such a dumbass. Like, it's really maddening when people are that stupid under pressure. Good that they're stupid, though. If P3dos weren't stupid, they wouldn't get caught. So thank God she got caught. But she's probably going to avoid accountability because her brother is paying for probably a very high-priced lawyer. What does 12 mean? A bunch of messages say 12. I wonder if it's like a weird stand or emoji or something. It's a laughing emoji, okay. The fact that she's casually texting about his other abuser and showing signs of jealousy, like, that's the problem. This is disgusting. Nah, not the Ariana Grande song. Better than Teenage Dream. So this woman is clearly a pedophile, and Noah is clearly protecting her. He hasn't said a word about this thing. His mom and his sister are both getting screwed, and he just keeps silent about it. But here's why he's doing that. This is the smartest thing you could do in this scenario. It sucks, but it's the smartest thing. You could just let it die off. He's not going to ever say a word about it. He's likely paying off lawyers and people behind the scenes because this affects him in real time, right? The kid gets like... This video's got 22.5 million views on it. What is he doing? Push-ups.
You must first be...
22.5 million views of a dude doing push-ups. What? So, again, the reason why people are linking him to all this is because he's likely bankrolling the back end of this. And his views are probably suffering because of it. Because look 1.5 million views on a channel that has 33 million followers. That's a big deal. Like, you know that he's suffering in the back end. He'll come out on the other side because he didn't do those things, hopefully. But if it ever comes out that he is bankrolling their defense in this when they are P3DOs, that's not a good thing. That's for sure. And so I know this was just a short video because I don't really know a lot about Noah Beck, but I'm hoping you guys will help me understand a little bit more. What am I missing? Am I right on this thing? Is he being unfairly targeted because of what his sister and mom did? Or what his sister did? His mom didn't do that. He did that with his mom. All right, is it unfair that people are going back through and looking through all these signs? If the mother is willing to do a video about slobbing on the knob and the sister is actually a P3DO, why would people not want to look back and see what's going on? And that's what I'm saying here. Unfollowed. Maybe you should unfollow these people because they're not worth your follow. Literally doing push-ups and getting paid money. Will you pay me to do push-ups? I don't think so. Anyway, everybody, take a deep breath. Thanks for being here. I don't know about this case very much, but yeah, if you're a P3DO, you belong in prison. That's for the thing. And the smartest thing for this guy to do would be to be like, denounce it. Be like, I don't condone what my sister did. Still her brother, but yeah, we're not going to talk about it on here, and that's the only thing I'm going to say. Staying silent about it, very smart. But you know what? You're smart too for being here and watching this. I appreciate you. Hope you have a swell day, and I'll see you when another story breaks.